Qualification match number 17, divers behind the lines. 3, 2, 1, go!
And here we go. All of Red Alliance were able to leave off the line here. Blue Alliance, 2 of the robots left. One of the robots still having some difficulties trying to leave. Over on the Red Alliance, we have some robots getting some corals onto the reefs here along with the Blue Alliance. And now we start off in teleout mode. We have robots trying their best to move over. 9580 still kind of stuck there. We'll see what happens. We're on the Blue Alliance, 1325, grabbing some algae off the reef as they put into the barge. 9569 trying to match that energy, putting some corals into the L1. 10015 was able to manage to get an algae off the reef here as 9990 tries to get a coral into the L4. 7520 matches the energy with another coral into the F4 as they're trying to get another coral into the robot here. 10015 having some difficulty trying to get a coral into their bot, but they're able to successfully get one in right there and then there. And 9990 getting some corals onto the L4. Over on the Blue Alliance, we have 9569 trying to get a coral into the L3, and they're successfully able to do so. Trying to match that energy, we have 1325 getting another coral onto the reef there. 9580 still kind of having some, still kind of stuck there. I don't know what's going on with their robot. Sorry. 9990 trying to grab a coral from the floor, but they were unable to do so. 9520 were able to get a coral onto the reef here. 10015 was able to get a coral onto their robot with 7520. As they're trying to get a coral onto the reef here, 9990 was able to successfully get a coral onto the L4. Over at 9569, they're trying their best to get a coral onto the L2, and they're able to do so. 1325 matching that energy on the other side of that reef there. 9580 still kind of stuck. 9990 trying to get a coral onto the L3. Will they be able to do so? We'll find out here, and they were. 9990 still trying to get some corals off the ground here as they have a lot of corals kind of packed around on their line section over here. 7520 trying to grab a coral onto the robot, and they're able to do so. 10015 trying to play D here over on the Blue Alliance. We got some refs doing some pin counts over here. We'll see what they have to say. We're in our last 20 seconds, and 1325 just managed to get another algae into the barge in the last 20 seconds. 7520 trying to get a coral onto the reef, and they were able to do so in those last 20 seconds here. We got a robot trying to do a climber. We'll see what happens. 10015 trying to get a park in, as well as some of the robots on the other alliance. We also have both alliances have seemed to get some sort of park or climb into their zones. We'll see what the final official score is. Alright guys, the official score is now ready. While we wait, please give it up for Blue Alliance as they take over Qualification Match 17. 138 to 117. It's a very close call. The Red Alliance was able to get an autonomous ranking point. The Blue Alliance was able to get